Chapter 54. Natalie. "Oh, here they come." I tapped Tiffany and Alex on the arm and headed toward the door. "Alex, make sure your chair is out of the way." "Natalie, are you ready to begin?" Dr. Turner wore a smile on his face that created more wrinkles and furrows than it did last week. He looked like he was in his early 50s, not the young, handsome doctor I noticed on my first shift at St. Mark's. His hair held more gray than brown, but his hairline still held strong. He gave Alex a shot at a normal life. I'd walk through fire for this man. "Absolutely." He nodded and then walked into the first room. His son followed, and then the rest of us walked to the door and waited. The gentle blowing sound of a ventilator broke the silence of the room as it delivered a breath to the patient. As it filled the child's lungs, a rumble of air escaping through lips echoed from the couch under the window. The patient's father slept in an awkward position, covered with a white hospital blanket. Cameron walked over to the man and woke him up. The child in bed followed him across the room with his eyes. "Sir, I need you to wake up." The man startled awake and stared at the bank of monitors. "What's happening? Is everything okay?" "Yes, everything is fine. I'm Dr. Cameron Turner, and I'm here to heal your son." "The miracle guy? That's you?" "It is. Do I have your permission to heal your son? Allow him to live a full life without the ventilator, to run and jump, to swim and laugh." The father jumped off the couch and shook Cameron's hand. "Of course! Why would anyone say no? I speak for every parent in this hospital when I say yes, absolutely yes. We spend our whole lives trying to find a cure for our children. It's what we think about when we fall asleep, what we fantasize about, what we wish for when we blow out candles. But why us? What did we do to earn it?" "You didn't do a thing to earn it. This is a gift from God. I used to wonder why he chose me to deliver these miracles, but ultimately, I decided it didn't matter. What matters is what we do with what we're given. Jesus died so that all of us could receive eternal life. We did nothing to earn that, but we need to secure it through what we believe and how we live. We've gone 2,000 years without obvious direct evidence that God exists. I'm proof that he does." Cameron turned toward the child and grasped his left hand. He looked at the identification bracelet and then smiled at him. "Carter, I will restore you to health and heal your wounds, for the old order of things is passing away." The father stood still and switched his gaze back and forth between Cameron and his son. He lasted about 5 seconds before speaking. "Is that it? What happens now? Does the cystic fibrosis just go away?" "He won't need the ventilator much longer. Maybe a minute or two." Cameron turned to Tiffany. "You'll need to turn off all the machines when they alarm." "Why would they alarm? I can't remove support devices without an order from the doctor." Cameron walked toward the door as he spoke. "His tracheostomy tube is about to fall out as the hole in his neck heals. The ventilator won't know what's going on, so you'll have to turn it off, and then get ready to do it all again in the next room." The ventilator alarm sounded as he entered the next room. Tiffany ran over and assessed Carter, and then laughed. "He really doesn't need it. His lungs are clear, and he's breathing fine." She pointed at the monitor. "I haven't seen vital signs like this on him in over a year." She held down the power button on the ventilator and returned the room to silence. "Carter, how do you feel?" asked the father. The child sat himself up in bed and kicked the covers off his legs. "Hungry." The simple word, spoken with full use of vocal cords, using air exhaled from lungs that needed no assistance, dropped the father to his knees, his forehead resting against the mattress. "God, thank you so much. You proved yourself to me. I believe in you." Alex and I shared a smile, and then backed out of the room. We met Cameron and Aaron as they exited the second room, followed quickly by another series of alarms. Tiffany ran out of the first room and into the second. Several nurses and a respiratory therapist stood in the hallway several rooms down and stared in our direction. I smiled and waved. "Everything is fine." "This is fun," said Cameron. "How many patients are in this unit?" he asked toward the onlookers. 24, said a nurse cautiously. Why? That meant this floor will take 2 years off his life. He'll be just over 50. And this hospital had at least 5 more ICUs, along with even larger units for floor beds. Alex, keep that chair close. We might need it after a few more floors. Cameron entered a third room as the onlookers gathered in the hallway. Their stance showed a mixture of concern for their patients and curiosity